Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been 4 days, I think, since I last spoke. Sometimes there's nothing to talk about, and I try to take my time and wait for some inspiration. Uh, I am going through a major creative block, and uh, as an artist, uh, at least that's what I call myself, to feel secure about myself. In reality, I'm nothing, but when you are this person who is uh, prone to expressing himself, uh, he longs to do that. And we all are creative beings. We don't realize our uh, potential or the ability we have because we are so distracted or wired to survive in this world that we have these blinders on, and we don't see the positive part is that it helps the majority of the people because too much can mislead you, and uh, sometimes ignorance, can help, and so it is a blessing and a curse for a thinker. Um, but what I wanted to discuss today was that there is a fine line between faith and delusion. Um, as seekers, at some point we start trying to make sense of who we are, what life is all about, why we are here, and all that. And we we want to feel secure. We want to feel important. We want to believe that we are special. Uh, that gives us a sense of purpose as well and motivates us, right? And it's natural to feel like that. But what happens is that one can easily shift towards uh, denial and delusion, and they can ignore uh, their behavior, which can be destructive. For example, if I keep telling myself that I am healthy because I want to think positive, but if I am having some pain, I'm having certain issues that are preventing me from living a normal life, a healthy life, uh, contributing in society, affecting my relationships, but I am not accepting the truth. I'm just focusing on the positive so much that I am shifting away from reality. So what will happen is that I will start rotting, and it will begin to decay my body, and it might be too late, at some point, if I keep ignoring that. And the same goes for the spiritual body, that we we tend to have this conviction that I am a good person. For example, I am spiritual, or I am a Muslim, or a Jew, or Christian, or whatever. And that that attachment with the identity, uh, you know, it makes the ego overlook its dark side. And we just wear this uh, costume of a believer, and we parade in the society. you know we are, it's similar to being a part of some party that is encouraging fascist movement, and you are uh, you are actually believing that you are uh, a patriot. You understand what I'm saying? Um, so actual religion, and the ones that that has been created, or have been created by men, or has been altered, they have used that message and created their own you know uh, institutions for their own advantage, and they are manipulating people. uh, so one needs to realize how there is a fine line between faith and delusion. Faith is so important, no doubt, and you cannot be born with it. You have to be uh, initiated, and really be fortunate enough to commit to practicing that. Uh, and now, you know, after maybe 15 years of my journey, I am becoming even more convinced that I know nothing. and and it's not about seeing it in a negative sense. It's about realizing that we truly, we have nothing to hold on to. Somewhere we are proud of something. uh, let's say you had certain spiritual experiences, and those experiences can make you believe that you are this uh, masiha, or you are this awakened person. Somebody might feel that they are a guru, or whatever. Their mind can play tricks with them, and somewhere, if that person is naturally not motivated, and they have a tendency to drift away from the real world, the practical world, they might use it as an escape, and they are basically preventing uh, the purification or the evolution. They are preserving the ego in a different way. It's just that what they're doing is they have created this aisle, or a church, their own mosque, a temple in their mind, or wherever they live, and they may be performing certain rituals, but uh, you know, they will believe that they are absolutely fine. And although they are experiencing a sense of well being, but unfortunately, uh, because they are so convinced, you know, they might attract people who can also, be inspired by the same kind of school of thought. Anybody can feel like that. I am in a similar situation. I feel that I'm, because I am observing my own quality of thought and the behavior, and i i I start questioning that what have I learned. If there is aggression, depression, suicidal thoughts, there is, there's so much crap inside of me that needs to be released. So what am I doing? What have I achieved? And that's why it's so important to understand who you are following, and to keep on observing yourself, uh, that what you are actually gaining from what uh, philosophy you're following. If you are um, stuck in the same pattern, although you are convincing yourself that my inner self is enlightened, and this is all just happening, you know it's it's as dangerous as some terrorist who believes that they uh, are the chosen one, and the god told them to uh, harm or kill certain people. So um, it's really important to um, be vigilant. um, and most people are fortunate that they don't end up on that side. uh, I mean, they are stuck somewhere. 95% of the seekers, somewhere they develop this system or structure in their life, uh, that is helping them uh, in some way. That is their coping mechanism. But I feel that some people can be easily drawn towards things that are evil and that are really harmful, um, because they are sensitive, impressionable, and they are not under a supervision. And it's just like, um, there are different people in the world. Everybody has a different immune system, and the majority of the people, they believe that they are healthy, but actually they are not. And they develop a system in their life that keeps them going. It helps them sustain their bodies, although they are not in a great shape. But there are certain people who lack discipline, and because they are negligent towards their body or mind, they can easily attract or manifest a disease, and that can be really fatal for them. um, and it's important to take quick action, before it becomes something really harmful or lethal, fatal for them. Um, so I am just here expressing myself, uh, and I know that you will do what you believe you need to do or you're supposed to do. Uh, I cannot force anyone. I have no right to do that. Uh, and we can all just try our best to express ourselves in a healthy way, be honest, um, and there's nothing more beautiful than being completely honest. Uh, as a creative person, especially, everybody deserves that catharsis, because I feel that majority of the people are living in fear, and somewhere they are blocked because they want to survive, they want to fit in the society, and uh, that makes their soul suffocated, and they don't even realize, I feel, that they are somewhere, in pain, and it may take different forms, uh, but I feel that in a society, no matter where you're coming from, it's important, just like in a house, it's important to sit at the table and have dinner together where you can talk, you know about certain things, so that you can resolve them and also feel good. But if people are stuck in their rooms, they will start feeling claustrophobic and depressed, and uh, it can be really dangerous. Because the same goes for the neighborhood or the society we live in. Uh, that the more people gather and express themselves, um, instead of getting stuck or glued to their screens, and just stimulating their, their brain, uh, you know it will help them feel lighter and get rid of the pain, at least temporarily, right? Because everybody cannot afford supplements or fancy therapy sessions or going to different uh, workshops. And it's so important when you think about uh, how art has evolved. The idea of theater is is something therapeutic. Just think about it, that somebody somewhere in Greece or Rome, they stand on the street and they make it their stage, and they imagine themselves as certain characters, and they start performing. And maybe they were ridiculed and mocked, and maybe they were punished, but uh, they created a revolution, and that must have inspired so many people to express themselves. They could be doing completely different things in their life. Somebody could be uh, a factory worker or some shepherd or some a housewife. But when you are on the stage, you are no longer that character that you're playing in your life. Now you become this character, and that's a relief, because you're carrying that burden all the time, and it's just like you're wearing these tight clothes, and you just need to take them off, and that liberation is so healing. Um, so I feel that the belief system that we carry, it certainly plays a significant role in our lives. It helps us, just like it can be harmful. Uh, but but having actual faith is completely different from being a believer. Anybody can be a believer. You are born a believer, or you can even convert to a certain school of thought, religion, whatever. But that doesn't uh, that doesn't actually convert you, or you don't attain faith. Faith is something that is given to a person. Our job is to simply practice those virtues, because that's what it comes down to. Somewhere we are depressed because we are so consumed by pleasure, or we have this idea that we are supposed to feel happy all the time, uh, which is not true. Suffering is a part of life, and I feel that some people cannot handle it. Some people, they can just lose their mind, and they might turn to the dark side, while some use it as a fuel to achieve their goals. Some people use that pain or trauma to lead spiritual lives. So every person has a different nature, and they will react differently to a certain stimulus. So I feel that it's really important to encourage creative expression, and that will help us not only heal but also work on our relationships, uh, because somewhere if that energy is stuck, it becomes disease, and could be spiritual, mental, physical, whatever, but it is making us sick. The reason why there is sickness in society is because uh, people are not in touch with their souls. Um they they are just following each other blindly. There's this herd mentality, and um, on a like a higher level, it may be working out for them, but if you see it on a micro level, uh, we are not being who we are. So denial and delusion, uh, they can be so powerful, yet leave you in complete agony and impotency, that you start you can either be consumed by self hatred and be filled with dark thoughts, or you can you know just suppress that and start believing that you are this amazing person, and you can create a false image in society and be a successful person. uh, just like we see so many false gurus, they are exploiting people, and because they are selling them candy or these ideas of delusion, they tell them what they want to hear, and people, they start paying them for that, because they are getting a vacation, they are getting this escape. They they are so like mesmerized by their aura, because they are great manipulators, and and one should be really careful whom they are surrendering to. uh, and yeah, so that can be really harmful. So yeah, just um, just think about it. Unfortunately, we uh, are afraid of thinking because it takes us out of our comfort zone. It's just like somebody is so used to wearing their shoes that they just don't want to take them off, and they feel insecure when they are uh, barefoot, or somebody is so used to wearing clothes that nudity makes them feel vulnerable, although that vulnerability is our nature. That is who we are, but we prevent that, because we are afraid of death or getting hurt, uh, and that's how we survive. But I feel that some seekers like me, you know um, we have this tendency to escape and to go beyond the taboos, although sometimes you may return to the tradition, because you probably may be lacking that will to take a stand and completely get out of that facade. But our nature, it keeps pulling us back to to where we belong, to what makes us feel alive. uh, and yeah, the soul's journey is going on regardless of where you are. But it's important to have uh, that consciousness or vigilance, awareness, that you are in control at some level, and although everything is temporary, you have to be completely blunt and honest with yourself. Just see yourself in the mirror, accept that all the parts of yourself, and and just understand that you are experiencing your own self, and the more you turn inward, uh, you are going to feel uh, more relaxed and peaceful. You don't have to measure your experience. You don't have to uh, think that, oh, I have to be this saint or that person. Uh, you just have to remind yourself that God is here and now. God is here and now, and He is taking care of you. Because without having faith or belief in a higher power, it can be impossible to actually come out of our misery. I mean, yes, it's important to doubt and think, out of the box, question, absolutely. But eventually, you are going to surrender to something or someone beyond yourself. Just like a student uh, surrenders, submits themselves to a master to learn something, and his will or sincerity determines, how much he is going to learn. The same goes for the spiritual path. uh, most people are just looking for experiences, and just like, somebody who is living in the material world, who is in pain, they if they haven't matured, that that person becomes an addict who has hit rock bottom, because they are in so much pain that they just want to feel good, and they keep numbing themselves. They are addicted to pain, as I've discussed in previous videos. So that person, he becomes indifferent, and he starts developing apathy, and he is no longer a part of this society. He isolates himself, which becomes dangerous in a way that if he is not harming others, he might harm himself. And I am only speaking from my experience. I am observing that in myself, that it's really important that you be aware of the subtleties that exist within our psyche. uh, yes, our health is equally important, but the spiritual aspect, is really significant, which we overlook because we can't see our soul or our mind, and they both are somewhere complementing each other, because you know that's where our purpose comes in. Somewhere we might be doing something wrong, which we may not be paying attention to. If you, let's say, you have some loved one, you may not be uh, taking care of them, because you are so self-absorbed that you will probably think that, uh, what you are doing is absolutely fine. But uh, somewhere you are experiencing uh, lack of peace in your life. And when you start questioning, what am I doing wrong, what am I doing wrong, you realize that, yes, I'm not even taking care of myself. I'm neglecting and abusing my own uh, soul, mind, body. And the same way, I'm inflicting that pain indirectly towards the people around me. you know uh, so it's very important to be aware of that and protect our aura, our soul, because we, just like we need to protect ourselves from, bacteria, viruses, we take care of our oral hygiene or physical hygiene. We shouldn't watch certain things that can harm our um mind. Uh, the same way, spiritually, there are entities around us. We cannot always sense them, but they are there. Obviously, you will only believe when you experience something, or uh, you know you have become convinced about something beyond yourself affecting you. And so yeah, this may not resonate with everyone, but it's important to understand that uh, you know if you are feeling this negativity inside of you, uh, that is, you know uh, giving you these false impressions uh, of the reality that you live in, that everything is negative and you're having negative thoughts about people, and you are feeling despair and hopelessness, and you just want to quit, give up somewhere, and you are doubting God. And all these things are they are psychic attacks, right? They try to penetrate in our system and control us, manipulate us, torment us, torture us, and they want to take us away from God. As human souls, our purpose is to seek closeness of God, by hook or by crook. Uh, we don't have to be full of ourselves and say, "Oh, I am better than others." No, you have to just see that this is each person's responsibility. You're not here to compare yourself. You're just here to keep focusing on becoming uh, better and better and better. By better means you are trying to seek closeness to God. Your relationship with God is eternal, but there has to be, this strength in the bond. If the bond is weak, you will easily be lost in limbo, and that is horror, complete terror. It's hell. And um, it's important to talk to people, just like a person goes through clinical depression, and if they're having dark thoughts, they need to talk to somebody about it. Otherwise it can really you know be poisonous. So uh, so the root cause of whatever is happening in our mind and body is basically our soul, the condition of the soul determines the quality of our life, our destiny. As seekers or believers who want to attain faith, or strengthen our faith, uh, get rid of these false delusions, ideas, whatever, we have to uh, keep on correcting ourselves. Every day is a new day, a new life, a new beginning, and you get a chance to seek salvation. Uh, so, yes, stay positive, be hopeful, and understand that if you are accepting where you are wrong, that is the first step. And uh, just understand that your purpose here is not simply to be yourself or express yourself, but also just try to be kind as much as possible. Help people if you can, uh, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Uh, and if in any way, you learn to commit to God by serving His creation, I think that is that is a great thing. I mean, it can be in any form. Even an artist, if he's a performer, he's entertaining people. He is adding something to other people's lives. Somebody is making someone laugh, right? They are making someone feel better, lifting their spirit. A motivational speaker, for example. It's not always about money or you know like helping people the typical way. It's how you uh, affect the people around you. And so in a very tiny vision, from that lens, that we see things from a keyhole. But it's important to understand that what the essence is, what it's trying to teach us. So I hope you enjoyed or like this uh, live session, although I think nobody was attending it. But whatever the case is, this video will be there. And feel free to give your feedback. I will continue to vent, rant, speak my mind. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.